Okay, so when last we left, you guys, mist had seemed to form a strange cocoon. Um, in the chariot, or not chariot,
Carriage.
carriage. Thank you. I was blanking on the word. In the carriage, Rindle is falling asleep, having newly acquired a obviously evil great sword. You're not falling asleep? Oh, you don't
I
fall
can't.
asleep. You
Yeah, I
can't
don't fall asleep anymore.
Okay, so this is I forgot about that. This will be a slightly different. So, Rindle, in your head you hear, "Feed me, feed me, Rindle."
I guess I did promise that we would talk later, so Rindle's going to carry on a conversation with his sword and say, "Hi, I see you know my name. Yes, I am Rindle. Who are you, and what is it you'd like to eat today?"
How loud are you having the conversation? So can we hear you?
If you're in the carriage, so you might hear Rindle muttering, but you would not possibly hear the sword.
Okay.
That depends upon how loud Rindle's talking.
Yep, presuming that it just can't hear my thoughts. I'm just whispering. It's a good time. Whatever. I did volunteer to take watch, though, because I don't sleep, so I could be up on top of the carriage for all we know. I don't know. Hard to watch from inside.
Are we stationary? Because I thought if we removed one spot, one person can drive while the other people sleep.
Well,
yeah, I can drive while they sleep.
You're missing 2 members of your party.
Yeah, I thought we were like taking a short rest because Mist had to go meditate.
Long rest, actually. Rendell needed to heal and get his spells back.
That's
and
right.
Mist needed
Rendell
to
gets
heal.
his spells back on a short rest. But
Oh my god, yeah, I'm almost dead.
but he needs to get his health back because he's like
Right.
he has a max HP of 9 right now.
I do.
So, you kind of again you hear, "Feed me, blood and souls."
Blood and souls. What do I get for blood and souls? Those things don't come cheap where I'm from.
Like 9th level spells.
Like on a 1-for-1 basis?
About some power most foul.
Power most frau. I don't even know what that means, bro.
It can be your own level of hell.
I do like hell. It's pretty nice there. We can probably come to an arrangement.
Tucker, your giggles just screwed me up. But
Sorry, I'm just thinking like Paramost Foul is Stinking Cloud or something.
Can do that one on my own. Who needs spells? I'm a dwarf. How often do you need to feed?
all night long.
All night long. Like every night forever? Or like, all night get you by a couple days, all night get you by a couple weeks?
So hungry.
So if I gave you 150 souls, when would be the next time you'd actually have to eat?
You actually get silence for a bit. You get the sense
It's doing
of
some math.
thinking.
What's that?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? 150 souls, 2 weeks. Interesting. So I have this thing here. I'm gonna pull out this cool rock that I picked up in the abyss that's not doing me a whole lot of good right now. I was like, can you feed from this, or does it need to come straight from people?
I need it fresh.
Fresh from the people. Okay. Can you make it till morning? Yes? Cool, because we're going to go back in that place and eat some shit tomorrow. It's going to be a good time if you're in. I'll put that cool rock back in my pouch. And yeah, I guess we have an accord. Tomorrow you will feed, and then you will give me power, and it's going to be a really good time.
Okay, so out of character, so you can't actually fully attune to this thing. You're not really the right alignment. But
That's a shame.
you still get some benefits.
Okay.
It is a +2 greatsword.
Okay.
You are automatically proficient with it, even if you wouldn't normally be.
Oh, nice.
The
I'll go get it, that's for sure.
so it has a temporary HP mechanic, but you can't use that because you can't align because you can't fully attune to it.
Doesn't like lawful people, but it promised me a lair in hell. That's a good time.
However, every time you kill somebody with it, kill a humanoid with it, it gets a charge. After 9 charges, you can cast Gate. However, it has to be a gate to the abyss.
Okay.
And remember, you have no control over whatever comes out.
Sure. And is that an automatic open, or I choose to open it at 9 charges? Nice. That can come in handy.
It is called the Abyssal Shear, by the way.
The Abyssal Shear. That's way more intimidating than this is Eric's sword. I literally wrote Eric's sword on my sheet, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that.
It is an artifact level weapon.
Nice.
So
I'm
Rendell
rolling
apparently
deep now.
has 2 artifacts.
Bastard.
It has some other abilities, but again, I can't really go into it unless you align to it properly. So
That's fair. What's that, like a changing of alignment somehow, I'm guessing?
you'd have to kind of discover it through gameplay.
Okay. Guess we'll see what
But
happens.
yeah, you definitely have to not be lawful. This is basically my world's version of Black Razor. So,
Okay.
Full Moon, do you do anything during this exchange? You're just hearing Rendell talk, muttering to himself.
I'm just trying to listen to Rendell, trying to figure out what's going on, because I'm not sure if he's talking to himself or if he's talking to his sword. I hope after a while I would guess that he's talking to the sword, or maybe he's talking to the carriage. So either one, I try to figure out that he needs souls, and I can probably talk to him and get a chance. Inside the carriage, I'll approach him and talk to him. We somewhat partners in getting souls, and if he needs help, I can always help acquire some.
Okay.
But it all depends, because I only have a little bit. I only got hit a little bit, but for the most part I'm fine. So I don't know if I need a short rest. So I would probably be walking around trying to figure out what's going on with the cook and see if we can actually make something for us, because she starts talking about being hungry. So.
Oh yeah. So Donlin actually is cooking. He was a little shaken up by the whole experience, but he was able to get a few supplies around the area. He's still.
Is he cooking outside or is he cooking inside?
He's cooking outside.
Okay, so I think I'd be out there watching with him instead of being inside the carriage. If that was the case, then, because I think if we're worried about him, I know Mist is really worried about making sure he stays alive.
Okay. Yeah, the night passes by pretty uneventfully. There's not really any commotion, thanks to there's so much noise and movement that you can tell nothing's coming near you anytime soon. But he cooks a very nice meal, considering he doesn't really have any meat. Most of it is like vegetables and berries and the like, but it's a good vegan meal, I guess. Oh,
Well,
not vegan. He probably has cheese and the like, so a good vegetarian meal.
Yeah. Even with the zombies we killed, we weren't able to get any meat from them.
He's not. He's not comfortable eating that kind of meat.
Okay.
He's a goblin, but he's not. He's a sophisticated goblin.
We can still try to cook it. We can always try to sell it later. Especially if we go places like the Abyss, I'm pretty sure that would come in handy for us to have something readily available.
Make a persuasion check. It's pretty low DC, but go ahead and make a persuasion check, because you are trying to convince him to do something that he's not exactly comfortable to do.
Donlon would still have had all of the supplies we had gotten from the homestead.
And that's you didn't add your charisma modifier to that, so yeah, he actually goes ahead and makes he goes ahead and makes cultist
Awesome.
a
I
zombie
was
cultist.
about to
jerky.
roll. Okay. Well, no, I was saying so along those lines. I don't know why that's because I'm getting a +7 to it. But anyway,
Yeah.
awesome. Because I'm saying even if not necessarily eat, because not everyone likes eating humans, because apparently that's a bad thing in different places. But it's more along the lines of us having foods for trade, especially if we keep going to wonderful places like the Abyss or other places where we can use currency. We can trade that for crowns or other things depending on what they actually need.
Yeah, he goes ahead and makes he's like a little sickened by it, but he goes ahead and makes a decent like stew that'll keep for a while. And,
Well, I try to make them a little bit more comfortable and said you don't probably want to have to do this very often, but this actually just broadens your variety of actual what's your repertoire and what you can actually cook. So if you eventually find someone later, they might want to be able to cook a wide variety of things, and then you can have this as part of your resume. So
He does.
We're only helping you.
when you convince him, by the way, he does, instead of taking zombie, because he's like zombie meat is kind of putrid and a little tough, he goes down into the area and grabs one of the bodies of the cultists.
Yeah.
Does
Well,
that.
it's the same. This is to help him out because eventually, when we get monsters and other things that we might be able to cook, it might be easier for him.
Okay.
Baby steps.
Okay, so as that's going on, Marlo, you are staring at a. Do you want to do anything? You're just staring at this.
How tall is it?
I would say it's 4 feet. The cocoon itself is like 4 feet tall, but it's kind of slightly suspended. So total, the top would reach about, I don't know, 5 feet.
Okay. So, like, she rose up into the air and then the tendrils wrapped around her, or
Yeah.
the tendrils lifted her up and then
Like the
cocooned?
tendrils like came up from the ground, like it's suspended on like roots almost.
And she did this
Okay.
in my wagon?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I had walked away to do this because I didn't. I was going to make a prayer. I didn't know what was going to happen.
How far away did you walk? Because
Well,
Marlon would have just followed you. I mean, he wouldn't.
I wouldn't have gone too terribly far, but just far enough that if something went wrong, the carriage and the people in there wouldn't immediately be in danger. So probably another 60 feet away.
So I have a question
So,
for you.
like, in shouting distance, they can probably see us.
So I have
Yeah.
a question. So it's along the lines of just like before when you were trying to get away from me and I was trying to steal your chain. Do you think you would have stealthed away like you did last time, especially if you didn't want us to find you? Or would
So
you-
this time I had asked Marlo to come with me and to watch over me.
Thank you.
Okay. So, I mean, he walks up and he knocks on the cocoon just lightly.
Boom, boom, boom. It's
Hey,
sounds
hey,
like there's
miss.
there sounds like
Is this
there's a
what you
liquid in
planned?
there.
There's-
No response.
Are you growing in wings? Are you turning into a butterfly?
No response. You again when you knock, it's not exactly hollow. It'd be like if you knocked on like a fish tank. Like you
Okay.
just like sloshing.
I mean, should I cut you out or? And I mean, then he would yell to if we're only 60 feet away, he would say he would yell out, something's happening to Mist. You guys see this?
Okay, full moon. You definitely hear a call. Rendell, it's a little muffled. You hear something outside.
So we can see her from there?
The trees are blocking a little bit, but now that you can kind of like you look at, yeah, something seems strange over there.
Okay, we're almost done making bacon over here, so I'll be over there in a little bit. And I'll reply to Rendell to let him know. Apparently they're doing something over there in the distance. If you want to go take a look, feel free. I'm going to watch her cook while he finishes up the bacon.
Sounds like it would interrupt my long rest. I don't know. My 9 HP don't really think I'm too anxious.
It definitely would interrupt your long rest.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna chill for now. If people start really screaming, I'll take that under advisement.
Is Neely doing something? while this is going on, or did Mealy follow?
Mealy, I think, is actually in the carriage right now.
Okay. So I guess I
And
would
Mealy
be done.
needs a long rest too. She's completely out of spells. So
Okay. Just make sure.
Probably quite disturbed at me talking to my new dark sword.
yeah,
Yeah, well, they're taking
she
a nap
actually is
now.
looking at you terrified right now.
So I would advise the cook whenever we get done finished, and I would walk over to them, however long that took.
Okay, it would take I would say an hour.
Okay. Well, when you get there, Marlowe has by that time arranged a circle of stones around the cocoon, just on the ground, like in a circular pattern. And as you approach, he's going to start touching each one, and they're going to start to just slightly glow different colors. Purple on one end, all the way to like a dark blue on the other end, kind of in a gradient. And he's going to say, hurry up, I want you over here before I finish. In the circle.
So do I have enough room inside the circle? I want to make sure the cook's okay in the carriage with everybody else. And actually, if I leave, nobody's watching everybody else. So I would say nobody else is watching, or I would try to get the carriage and try to move the carriage closer. You know what I mean? So we're not too close, but we're close enough that
Okay.
if something happens, I can keep an eye on both.
That's
especially
easy
since-
enough. The carriage
Okay.
approaches kind of trundling.
Yeah,
along.
just close enough so we can see, nothing too close. Don't want to get into it because I obviously moved away for whatever reason. So then after that, then I'll slowly approach. If I need to get quicker to approach me in the circle, I go, what do I need to do?
You just need to stand here while I finish. And it's a 10-foot radius, so it's
Okay, phrasing, but okay.
yeah. And then he will play on his flute. And he's going to cast Mavakaeus's Miraculous Sunset Sanctum. It's Tiny Hut.
Yeah, it
But-
literally. I got you.
Yeah. But it's going to be opaque on the outside, but it's set up to, like, from the inside, always look like, a nice purple behind the mountain sunset.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you have a dome. I believe that last.
You can leave now if you want. I just need you to be in here so that you can come back and forth.
I can stay here.
Okay. So, Rindle, this won't upset your long rest. You kind of poke your head out the carriage, and you now see this just opaque dome. Like you briefly saw a cocoon, and then this like dome appeared in the middle of the forest.
It's always about size, isn't it? He just had to one upper. These guys. Apparently, one cup wasn't enough to share. They had to have two. Yeah.
So,
Still not terribly interested.
as is anybody else doing anything that night?
No, I guess not. I'm probably just talking to Marlo and say if he needs to take a rest, feel free to take a rest, because I only need so much time. So I let him try to get a nap in or whatever he needs to recuperate. If you need anything like hit dice or anything like that, if you don't, then I'll take my nap.
Cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And as I said, like, if you hear something or you see something, because you can see from the inside out, you can enter and exit. If I do, the whole thing is going to collapse.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a pretty uneventful night. I'm trying to think. So, do both of you stay up? Do both of you go to sleep?
We're trying to stay awake long enough with those lines. I think we're going to alternate because I only need 4 hours. So if I take a 2-hour nap, let him watch for 2 hours, wake me up, and I go back to sleep for another 2 hours. I'd get my 4 hours in within the rotation watch. So I'm just trying to make sure he gets enough time for his sleep, and as well as I can get enough time for mine. So I get everything back, he gets everything back as well. Not getting a point of exhaustion while we wait.
All right.
And we got the carriage close enough that we're all kind of.
So about an hour before Liamon's tiny hut will disappear, you start hearing a. It's really loud. So it's coming from the cocoon. It sounds like it's beginning to split.
So I rush over to Marlo. He says, "Looks like we're gonna have a girl."
Push, miss, push.
It's less of a push, and I need Marlo and Full Moon to both make dex saves.
Oh crap!
But we're not surprised though.
No, this is when the cocoon explodes.
Oh, that's kind of bad.
At least you've contained the explosion from my carriage within your dome.
No, it doesn't contain the explosion either. It's
Damn it.
completely. But you're in.
Oh yeah, it's in the dome, so it can go out.
Uh-huh.
Hey, if you mess up my carriage, you're washing this shit.
So yeah, both of you suddenly it's kind of at the exact same time. Both of you kind of realize, oh crap, this thing's about to blow up, and just hit the deck. Flash of light just encases the entire dome. Splinters of wood just go everywhere. You're able to cover yourself, so you don't really take any damage. You're blinded for just a bit. As you open your eyes, a white scaled, you're thinking tiefling. It has horns, scales. It still has, it has like a streak of fur, but a lot of hair, and then a really furry, almost squirrel tail of white.
So a hairy tiefling.
Yeah, basically. It looks like an anthropomorphic version of Toby.
You're a demon, Harry.
Does it still have like Mist's facial features, or?
It's a lot more human than Mist would be. Like the same color of eyes as Mist, although now they have almost snake-like pupils.
You said red. You said red eyes now.
No, I'm changing that. So,
Okay, roger that.
Is she still like short, or is she like human height now too?
Mist actually used to be about 6 foot because she was average for a tabaxi, but she was really lithe. This person is about 5'8". So
I always
shorter.
thought Tabaxi were tiny.
No,
Who knew? I'm learning new things.
fuller build, like more human build. So she's actually shorter than Mist, but and there's some other things that the chain falls to the ground. There's a weird slop sound hits as you see a weird fetal pig. Is the best way to describe it. Only it's black and gross and covered in ichor, and then looks purples and greens. It looks like a gem, but it seems to be emanating light. Also drops to the ground.
So I go and try to figure out if Miss is okay.
Hello.
I look up. Oh, hey guys! Hey, give me a second. I just got to grab my stuff, and I bounce up, see the gem, and scream and go, "Oh my God! That thing's gonna try trapping me again! Get Mealy! Get Mealy! I think she might be able to handle it." She literally starts freaking out seeing the gem.
The gem? Okay.
But are you the dragon thing?
Yep.
Okay.
And well, we'll figure that.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. Where's
Yeah.
Miss?
I am Miss. Okay. Well, I grab the chain.
For all I
Pick
know,
up the
Miss
chain.
is turned into this fetal pig.
No. I hand the chain to Full Moon, start grabbing up my stuff, avoiding the gem, and I start.
Oh, come on. Miss would never just do that. And he looks right up
Yeah. I don't know if I want to take this chain now.
And I'll start gathering up my stuff, and I'll start inspecting the fetal pig, avoiding the trapped gem.
Yeah, Mom, it's fine.
Okay. Make a medicine check on the pig.
Yeah, Mom.
Okay.
What else is everybody doing?
So I guess I'll grab the gem.
Okay, as
And I'll
soon
start
as you
walking
grab
to
the
the
gem,
carriage.
I need you. It's not a charisma save. As soon as you grab the gem, in your head you hear, "Full moon? What's going on? Full moon?
Yeah. I'm thinking right now.
Something's wrong.
What do you mean?
'Cause last I
23 for the
you
medicine.
definitely recognize the voice. By the way, it is.
Rock bottom.
Yeah, it's Rock Bottom.
Hey, Rock. I'm just taking you to Mealy. Mist wants me to. And I'll point to the real Mist. And then I'll say, we're going to walk over there and I'll take you to the carriage so Mealy can talk to you when she wakes up.
Okay, I feel ill. I think I ate some gnomes.
It happens to the best of us. You just one too many drinks. Next thing you know, knees deep in gnome. We'll talk about that later, though. I'm just going to take you to the carriage, and I'm going to walk to the carriage, put it beside Mealy, so when Mealy wakes up, she can take a look at it.
Okay. 23 for medicine. Mist, you realize there's something weird, something hard inside this creature's stomach, whatever the hell it is.
Okay, I'll grab my dagger and
By the way,
gently.
I think maybe when I said fetal pig, you imagined something really small. This is a large, well, it looks like a fetal pig. It's way bigger than a fetal pig.
Okay, yeah, I'll open it up to see what's hard
Whoa,
inside.
whoa.
There's something inside. Just give me a second.
Get away from the maybe Mist.
That's not Mist. I'm Mist.
Is the fetal pig alive?
Mm-mm.
Hezekiah!
Okay, actually, with the 23 medicine, is the pig alive?
It's the word alive. It's breathing, but you can tell it's pretty much brain dead. Like it has no.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's not. There's nothing. Yeah, I need to find out whatever's inside of it, and I will carefully find what this hard thing inside of it is.
Okay, you're gonna have to make another medicine check.
Okay.
Okay, what are you doing, Marlo?
You guys out Hezekiah.
19.
He calls out Hezekiah. Okay, you're a pop. There's a actually. So instead of you're expecting, the standard imp form, this time it's a larger creature than you were expecting. Wings. Still has Hezekiah's kind of swagger, but he looks to be mainly bone. You get the sense that this is Hezekiah.
Son of a bitch, it happened twice.
It was 19 for that medicine check.
Okay, yeah, you surgically extract this thing. It looks like an egg about this big.
Okay, I will start getting dressed because I'm probably naked right now and getting my armor on, and then I will tuck the egg into my cloak to keep it warm.
Okay.
And then I will also take some fabric and fold up the fetal pig to see if we can find out anything more about it. But I will turn and wave to Hezekiah and go, "Hi, Hezekiah. What are you doing here? We finished our contracts." Oh, wait, do I need to renegotiate? Because we have a lead on... Oh, wait, no, we think we might know where Catherine is. Hi again. I hope you got the letter to Lioness. And she'll finish picking her stuff up.
Who are you?
I'm Mist.
Mist is a... He starts sniffing you. What the...
I
You
sniff
are
him
Mist,
back.
but you're not. What the hell?
I sniff him
What
back.
are you talking
and I like
about? Hezekiah is little.
He looks at you, snaps his fingers, and becomes the Hezekiah you know.
Mist licks his face.
Ah!
Does he taste like churros?
Slightly.
Why do devils
That's
taste
awesome.
like churros?
Please share that with the rest of us.
He tastes like churros.
Well, Hez, I was gonna maybe make a deal, but it turns out you already did what I need you to do. You can go.
All right. You know where to find me.
Did you like what we got you? Told ya. See, you don't have to be so formal about everything.
You definitely advanced my position in the courts. I thank you for it. And again, the forum shifts, disintegrates again, and you see a bone devil in front of you, and then he snaps his fingers and disappears.
Then he pulls out his disguise kit,
Uh-huh.
looking for the mirror.
Okay, you're gonna have to remind me what the mirror was from.
No, it's a disguise kit. There's got to be a mirror in there.
Yeah. There's definitely a mirror.
He's not. It's not like a special mirror. He's
Okay.
just looking for a mirror.
Okay.
It's a mirror of soul trapping he picked up in the abyss when the GM wasn't looking.
We told him not to, but he did anyway.
Okay. Anyways, so you take
He
out
was
the
very
mirror.
careful not to look.
And I just hand it to Mist.
And okay. I look at myself in the mirror, kind of cock my head. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you. And I hand it back.
No, it doesn't. And then he walks away.
Okay, so I finished gathering my stuff up, and I'll take a look at the actual cocoon itself, what is left, and I'd like to do either a nature or arcana check to see if it is anything that Gerald would be interested in.
I'm not even having a roll. Absolutely not.
Okay.
It looks like at this point, it looks like a bunch of wood covered in like a weird ichor,
Cool.
kind of snot-like ichor.
All right, so I will bring the fetal pig back with me as well, kind of skipping as I go,
Okay.
and I will come back to the carriage.
So on my way back to the carriage, I would start trying to attune to it if I could, if I noticed I was able to or not. Because that was the whole
chain?
point. Yeah. So if
Um,
not, I'm just gonna put on the opposite side because I'll have my chain I made and I'll have the other one on the opposite side, so I can
Yeah.
have a nice little.
You can tell you can tell that whatever magic was in it before is not there. But oddly, you do attune to it. We'll get into it in a little bit.
So then I'll eventually wake up Mealy if Mealy's still asleep. Let Mealy know, hey, just let you know, and then I'll introduce Rock Bottom, Mealy Rock Bottom. Apparently, it's a friend of ours. The creature claiming to be Mist, just so you guys don't freak out, everyone in the carriage. Mist apparently changed forms, and we actually find out what Mist actually really looks like. Her true intentions have been revealed. And hopefully by that time she comes to the carriage, just so I'm making sure they're not freaked out. And I would say, and here's Rock Bottom, and then give it to
Okay,
Mealy.
Mealy actually looks at Rock Bottom. Her eyes go really wide and says, "And like, how did you get a soul mote?"
And Mist apparently had it. It was Mist was pregnant. She had the little stone here. She had the chain, and then apparently she also had a pig. That apparently the pig's pregnant too. So she was very busy when we weren't paying attention.
Mealy is like, just blinks. What?
You'd have to ask the creature claiming to be Mist, or our artist formerly known as Mist. But just to let you guys know, so you're not freaking out. Mist is a little shorter. It's a little weird. She still has her little hair, and try to describe as best I can. Try not to leave any details out.
Okay.
And say she's claiming to be Mist. We're not sure if she can be Mist. I think Marlo was working on that, so hopefully Marlo will figure something out, and we'll be able to talk to him.
Okay. She does. Okay. Seriously, how did you? If she, her eyes are just fixated on the little gem, but you shouldn't have that.
I don't. I gave it to you. Mist got it. I'm giving it to you like I was told.
Okay.
I'm trying to not take things that aren't supposed to be mine, as you can see. This chain I found. So I was given this chain.
He's
Okay.
not a lost cause yet.
She actually takes the boat and like, this needs to go back.
Oh, okay. I'll grab it and I'll start walking out to Mist.
And she goes ahead and puts it.
Well, no. You said it goes to go back, so I'm gonna try to take it back and say, hey, I'll give it to Mist.
No. I mean, it has to go back to its. It has to go back to the Soul Forge. This shouldn't exist.
Well, that's Mist then, right? Because she's the one that had it, and then she gave birth to it when she came back out. So I'll take it back to her so she can put it back wherever she had it.
No.
Her womb is called a soul forge? What?
Apparently, I don't know. It's Tabaxi and anatomy. I'm not really sure.
I mean, I
know
guess
is
it makes sense.
Yeah, I know. But you're a clerk. You know better than I do. So just give me back.
No. Well, hold on to this for me.
Yep. Okay. And I'll start going back.
Okay.
Well, you want me to give it back to Mist, right? You said it's got to go back to the Soul Forge.
Just
Came from Mist.
just keep it with us. We will handle it soon. We just need to make sure that it gets back to where it belongs. Maybe not.
Okay. Well, I'll give it back to you because she told me to give it to you. But I'm trying to do what people ask me to. So here you go. Here's the soul.
Okay. She goes ahead and puts it in the pouch and looks like it's. She holds it very gingerly as she puts it to the pouch. She seems not scared of it, almost reverential of it.
So hopefully you guys had enough sleep. We were able to make some zombie, and hopefully, if they're done with the pig out there, we can make some bacon. So if you guys are interested, yes, bacon. No? Anybody?
Donald's like, if you have pig, I'm much more comfortable making bacon with the pig.
Yeah, but now you can say that you made bacon and zombie in the same day. Let's go. Come on.
So where's this pig?
I'm not sure. It's outside. Apparently, Mist gave birth to it out there, so we'll go there, and hopefully by that time we run into Mist on the way out.
As you guys hop down, Mist is carrying the fetal pig, right?
Here you go.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
Mist.
am carrying
Take your
the
time.
fiddle pig. Could you guys help me look at this thing? Since it was in the cocoon with me, I think there's something weird about it.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. So
Okay.
let's go. The grill's over here.
No. We need to look at it first. I think there's something really weird about it.
So I try to grab it. We'll spin it around, and we'll walk.
Okay,
towards
make
it.
an Arcana check with advantage for me.
Okay, I'm trying to think. I think it's just +2. Let's do +2. And, did it roll?
Okay, that's high enough. You know that this is actually a physical representation of the lycanthropy rock bottom was afflicted with.
Awesome. So I say yes. It's very similar to what we had before. It's that delicious bacon that we had in the forest. So it's good to go to eat. It's a-okay. Let's put it on the grill. Let's make some bacon.
No, seriously, there's something weird about it. Is Mealy and Rendell around?
Yeah, they're just up. I gave Mealy the soul thingy or
Okay,
whatever.
thank you so much for doing that for me. I am so afraid it's going to trap me again.
No problem.
So let's go grab him real quick, and then we'll do whatever we need to with this. So
Okay, so I'll try to explain. Say this is a war boar, things along those lines. It's okay. You don't have to worry about it. If there's no soul inside it, we can eat it just like any other creature. So I'll just grab.
no, come on, let's just. have
Donald
Rendell-
is all about this. He's starting sharpening his knives and.
See, who doesn't like bacon? We've already been over this. It's safe to eat. It's not
Okay,
alive anymore.
So let's have Rendell and Mealy look at it real quick, just to make sure that it's not something really hinky, and then bacon.
Fine, but I called dibs first on the bacon.
Mealy
Okay.
basically tells you the exact same thing that Full Moon just did. It's a physical.
Told you.
Physical representation of the werewolf, because Full Moon wasn't actually saying that. He was saying it was like the werewolf we had before.
And give or take. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah,
But
so. All right, so with Mealy,
Mm-hmm.
I will ask her, okay, if it's the physical representation of a werebore, what does that mean for the werebores?
Nah. She has no idea.
Is there something weird going to happen to them if we eat this?
She has no idea.
So, just like nothing happened to him last time we ate them. It's bacon. Who doesn't like bacon?
Rendell apparently doesn't like bacon.
I thought Rendell.
Mealy lets you know she has very little experience with these types of with hereditary or magical curses in this manner.
Okay. Is there anyone that we can think of that might know?
Yes, he is currently talking to a sword inside.
Okay. Yep. Rendell.
Dios mío. Rendell comes. Long rest is done, so sure he'll come out and see what the fuss is about.
Rendell.
Bacon!
Bacon. Hmm.
Physical representation of the wereboars. What does it mean?
Make a religion check, Rendell.
Religion. Religion. I don't think I have that, so just intelligence +1.
When'd you get your proficiency?
Nope. He hasn't studied this particular curse.
Yeah, it looks like a pig.
Okay.
Bacon?
There is other people that might know, but they're gonna. It's gonna be a cost. You already summoned one for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a cost. Okay. Does it have to be intact for whatever its purposes?
So
It's basically brain dead. I don't know how you attack. I mean, like, it's not an object, but it's still a creature, but it's not.
No,
So
I'm
would-
thinking about giving a leg to Full Moon for him to cook. Go ahead, Full Moon.
yeah, so we'll say before you cook it, would it click that this was rock bottom, because we obviously established rock bottom, pig, blah blah blah, possibly together. Last we saw rock bottom, other than through mist, he was poisoned, so to speak, and they were taking care of him to heal him of his curse or disease.
Mhm.
We would figure out, hopefully, put this together,
Yeah.
that he was infected by this, and then this was his form.
Yeah.
Not sure exactly how he got into the crystal, but we know that this would be his body that he used to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's a wisdom check, I just rolled it, and it would be 16 for mess to have it click or not.
Yeah. No. As players, it clicked. So your characters, it clicked. I'm
Okay.
not gonna
Um,
prevent that from being a thing.
I think this used to be rock bottom.
Yeah.
So,
Well, if you want, we can ask permission before you eat him. I'm sure you'd want that.
what do you mean? The dreamer took him.
Well, no, the dreamer didn't take him though. He was in the body. We just, body, rock bottom
This
together.
Cormelia like holds up the stone. Yeah, he's in here. You want to
Oh
talk to him?
no! I trapped rock bottom.
So
Do
we
you want me
can
to see if I can get him out? I might be able to get him out. Do you want me to see if I can get him out?
Before you get him out, though, where are we gonna put him?
Just having.
I got a place.
You got? That sounds weird.
I mean, is it better than the stone? Probably.
I don't know. It's better than the stone because the whole point is if he's in the body, the werebear, he can transform and become himself again.
Yeah, but was he really happy as himself?
Well, the thing is, so this way, work with me this way. We can put him in said body. He'll be happy, and then if we need to take him out, we can ask you for help. That way, we get a favor from him from restoring his body, and then you might be able to take him later if he decides not to cooperate.
Sure, if you want to go down that path. I just have the quick and easy solution. If he wants out of that, I can put him in something way better.
Well, you can always ask him. Mealy, what is rock bottom think of this, or does Rock even hear what we're talking?
He doesn't really understand what's going on. He would just honestly, he's happy in any form.
Well, and then I'll say, but in that form, you can't kill any orcs.
Oh well, I could. He does. And then Mealy kind of mutters something and then goes back. He says that as long as you can pass him into like a weapon or armor, and he can help you kill orcs in that form too.
Possibly, and we can get bacon this way.
Yes.
You got me sold, Rock Bottom. Time needs bacon.
Okay, I will allow Full Moon to take a leg of the corpse, and I will wrap the rest of it up and try to preserve it in herbs for now.
One leg's not going to be enough. I need
Oh,
to-
it's totally. It's a big leg. It's a big leg.
It's
No,
not
you
that
can't-
big of a leg. It's a
It's not that big of a leg.
things. It barely
Come on.
has leg. Like it's a big
That's-
fetus, but it's like
Well, I don't want to call Hezekiah to ask him. He's the only other person I could think of.
Then don't call him. We'll just eat and we'll get him something later. Rendell's obviously capable of this, so we
Listen. You don't need Hezekiah for anything in life anymore. If you need an advisor, I've got a better one.
You want to talk to yours?
Oh, I'm seeing if this is an avenue they want to go down first.
Okay.
Well, miss, the choice is yours. Rock says he's okay with it, and we all like bacon, so.
Okay, Marlo did not walk back to the coach. Where is Marlo? Just out of curiosity.
Marlo walked off. He walked off into the forest after that. Yeah, he didn't come back.
So, miss,
Ah,
what do you want to do with the body?
I want to.
Sorry. What direction did Marlo walk off in? North, south? Which way did he go? Out of curiosity. If you don't know, roll a d8 and tell me the number.
Deeper into the tree stand, like he wanted to be out of sight.
Okay. So north. Okay.
Well, if this is the physical representation of werebores, then it's linked to all of the werebores. But I don't know how to actually use that to cure them, or if it's even possible. But it was in the cocoon, and I feel like it's my responsibility to take care of this.
So, my sword's got some pretty cool powers. I could try and see if that would help. It's okay. It's okay. We'll just a tiny little nick.
You mean
No, it's
Eric's
mine.
sword?
No. This is my sword now.
Your sword, the
My
one
sword
that
now.
opened up the gate to the abyss? I don't want to go back to the abyss.
Oh, we're not going to the abyss. It's okay. Don't worry about that. We've straightened things out. That's just when I want to do something like that.
So you said you had a different representative that we could ask instead of Hezekiah. Is he still going to ask for some weird contract?
Well, nothing in life comes free unless you want to use my services, in which case I'm willing to do you this favor.
Your
First
services
taste is
with
always free, huh, Randall?
this- Yeah, I'm familiar with that. So you could ask about it?
Absolutely. I would act as an intermediary for that.
Oh, okay. Please do.
Sure. I will silently reach out to my companion there and ensure he's been paying attention and invite him to introduce himself.
He's actually probably right behind you. He's just invisible right now.
Yeah. So I'm inviting him to introduce himself.
And I can't remember what your name is.
Arizu. I actually sent a message to you with questions for him later, but
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'll give it. So, hello. I'm Erizu.
Hi. So we've got this physical representation of werebores. How can it actually be used? How is it linked to the werebores?
It's the soul of the curse. If you it is a physical representation of the curse they all share. I don't know how it could be. What do you want to use it for?
Bacon.
Well, if it's
It makes some really tasty bacon, actually.
if
My
it's a
blade is
curse-
actually really good with souls. It's like its specialty.
So if it's a curse, can we heal them? Can we
Define heal.
take the curse away?
Yes, you can.
How can we do that?
Well, if that sword would do it. But you could also do a ritual. Either way works. I can show you the mechanics if you don't trust the sword.
I don't trust the sword. It sent us to the abyss.
Situational. That's what the person wanted. They made a deal.
And
Okay,
yes, he
so-
is definitely smiling. That weird smug smile is on his face.
Okay. So what's this ritual? And as part of it, does Full Moon get to eat bacon?
During the ritual, not really. The sword, you'd be able to eat bacon.
But the sword will take care of the curse?
It would definitely end the curse.
Oh no. Okay. All right, Rendell, could you take care of
Randall's gonna just go ahead and reach back inch it out just a little bit, look at the blade, and be like, "A promise is a promise." Kind of flips it around rather deftly for a dwarf with a great sword that's never been trained in one before, and just go ahead and touch that blade in there and nick it, see if it nicks enough, and go from there.
It nicks it. You just gonna kill it through.
Oh yeah, if that wasn't enough, then yeah, I was
Okay.
experimenting,
You
like if a
you
nick is
take
enough.
You chop through just enough of its neck to stop its breathing. You feel, and this is just you, no one else. You feel a pulse go through the sword,
Bacon!
and for a brief moment, you get the sense that you just killed a lot more creatures than just this fetal pig.
I was
Bloodline
afraid
curse
of
resolved.
that.
The curse has been resolved.
Other than that,
Okay.
nothing really happens.
Okay, are we done? Arisu, was that it?
Wereboars will no longer be a problem for you.
Okay. Full Moon, you want to make bacon now?
Yes, I do. And I grab it and take it to the chef.
For your information, that check I did, I rolled a 3 to determine whether she thought it was a bad idea or not.
It accomplished what you guys were asking for.
Exactly. Letter of the law.
Yep. Fuck. Wow.
On the bright side, we now will know who is a werebore and who is not anywhere we go. Is the
By the
sword
way, your
happy?
sword also lets you know that it's. I've been fed for probably a month now. That was the tastiest I've had in a while.
Excellent. Thank you. After flicking off the blood, throwing it on back there and just looking all jovial and happy.
Okay. So sit down as Donlon does his thing, and I'm still holding the egg against my body for warmth, looking around. Anybody know where Marlowe went?
He was
seemed a
outside
little-
with you.
Yeah, he seemed a little bit weirded out when I looked at the mirror. And oh well, I guess he'll come back soon. So anyhow, how was your guys' night?
I was okay. But if Marlowe's missing, I think we need to go look for him. Would you mind helping us find him first, and then we can talk about our night?
Oh, of
Especially if we're waiting
course.
for bacon.
Of course. And I will go back to where I had last seen Marlowe. If Full Moon's coming with me, that's fine. And try to track him down.
Yeah, you got your HP back, Rindle. Okay.
Survival
Marlo,
check?
what are you doing? Well, before we do that, I need to know
Okay.
what Marlo is doing.
So, okay. So first of all, Marlo was not like trying to hide his trail.
Right.
So, he wasn't like leaving a trail, but he wasn't
Right.
like actively trying to stop somebody from finding him.
Mhm.
So he walks, like 10 minutes
Mm-hmm.
into there. He just tries to find an area where there's maybe a little bit of a clearing, a place to sit down.
Mhm.
He just squats. He sits down cross-legged,
Mm-hmm.
and he closes his eyes and he meditates for 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
then gets bored.
Okay.
He hates meditation. And then he pulls out the sending stone,
Mm-hmm.
and Marston,
Yes.
Grace. Well, does it allow that, or do I have to is it sending where I have to send a?
No. It's like a radio. It's a two-way communication.
Okay. Hey, first of all, Thrace led the attack on your camp.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's been a while since I was able to get in touch with you.
It's been a week. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know right away, and then he was watching us, and then
Mm-hmm.
look, it's a big thing. And then we were in the abyss.
You were in the abyss?
Well, yeah.
Uh,
we go places. No big thing. Yeah, we're headed probably to the city of Brass next.
Okay. How are you getting there?
horse and carriage. How else?
You do really. You know what? Never mind. Continue on.
Mostly, I just wanted you to know that. Plus, yeah, you were totally right about that whole chain of hope. Yeah. I just wanted you to know. I'm gonna go. I'll turn it off.
Okay.
Good talk, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he just hangs up on him.
Yeah.
And then he'll get out his journal and he's gonna write a note.
Mhm.
He's gonna write a letter to, and then he's going to place. He's gonna fold it up and put one of the crowns in the letter,
Mm-hmm.
and then fold it up and try to seal it somehow.
Okay. Around this time is about when the group would be showing up. So you see,
Okay.
him put a piece of paper in his pocket.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Marlo, are you okay? I mean, I know.
No. Well, let's go.
Okay.
Well, we have bacon back here.
Are you okay? Does Mist have like multiple eyes like Toby?
No, just two eyes.
Two
I mean,
eyes.
She has multiple
two
eyes,
little
but she has two eyes.
Yes.
But she doesn't have the
All right. So, like, are those itchy?
Or what itchy?
The scales, are they itchy?
Oh, she looks at her arm, and the scales come up to about her elbow before fading into like whitish blue skin. No, they're not really itchy. It doesn't look like I'm shedding at all.
Are you cold without the fur? As much fur as you had?
Well, it's a bit colder, but I
Miss.
mean, I got
Actually,
my...
you're very cold at this point.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm considerably colder than I'm used to. Bundling up in my cloak.
Here, hold on. And he'll take out the it's just gonna need a moment. And he'll take out the music box and open up the harpsichord so he can get into the storage. And he'll take out his the coat from his Wintervault costume
Okay.
and hand it to you.
Oh, thank you
It's
very
a big
much.
coat, just stuffed with stuffing, like it's like a fat suit.
Oh, thank you, Marlo. And I'll put it on underneath my cloak and tuck the egg into the
Try not to rip it. It costs a lot, but I mean,
Okay. Well, I figured once we get to Kilcaran's Rest, I mean, in the city of Brasswood probably won't need it, but I figured I'd get some winter gear. It's going to start getting colder in Kilcaran's Rest.
Okay.
you're sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm good. This is good. As we're walking back, I'll kind of think about it. Yeah, we're free now.
Where?
It's kind of hard to think about it, but I'm free. The dreamer released us. She's having trouble actually putting into words, like at all, what happened. It's like, well, we're not stuck in the chain anymore.
You were
Yeah.
never stuck in the. And it takes him a while to get what you're saying, and as soon as he does, his head sinks and he walks ahead of you towards the guard.
Well, so just let you know, Rock Bottom's in a crystal now. Don't freak out. We got bacon. It's all good. Boom. And then also on the way back, I would like to get a little bit of the cocoon that she had that was part of her. I'll try to gather what we can because we might be able to trade it for something later.
Awesome.
Again, mostly it's just wood covered in mucus.
Still works for me.
Okay.
And he just
He's gonna
climbs
grow
up
some fungus on it.
the passenger side of the coach bench or whatever where the driver sits.
Okay.
He's like,
Hi.
we can go whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Randall goes.
So you guys all clamber into the Enter the coach, carriage, or whatever.
Carriage.
It takes off. It's going to be, I would say it's going to be a day's worth of constant travel to get. Where are you guys going?
Was there any heraldry on the side of this thing that we should maybe consider hiding?
It's really ostentatious, but it's oddly. It doesn't really have much heraldry. It's gonna attract attention, but it's not like
It's not like decorated like a Roman orgy or something.
no.
I was just making sure there wasn't any like abyssal symbols on there, like basically.
There's no abyssal symbols.
Okay.
But like if you paid really close attention to what those gold etchings are, you'd probably get some insanity charges on you. But
Nice.
no.
I like driving people insane.
Well, if we were sticking with the plan, we were going to head back to Kolkarn's Rest, take care of a couple things, maybe grab Junior, and then go to the City of Brass, right?
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. I need to use the head. I'll be right back.
So you
So
guys
are we taking Donlin with us to the City of Brass? Or are we taking him back?
I think you guys were just taking them back. That's up to you. They're gonna have to talk to Donlin about that one.
I think the consensus was that y'all wanted to take the goblin back and then pick up Junior to take to the City of Brass with us. That I had like no buy-in on that, so
We're also thinking about possibly get him a job at the inn while we're away, so that we can help out. So we
Well,
get 2 for 1.
So as you guys get back to the city, it's about the same as you left it. It's basically under martial law. You guys actually arrived there pretty late in the evening, so there's not that much commotion because curfew's already in place. There's a brief stop of the guards of like halt to seeing the black coach, but as soon as they notice Rindle and Marlowe, you guys were on the drivers, right? So they recognize you and usher you in without incident.
Cool.
The copper corral, there's some bustling. You can definitely hear Junior's voice as he's carousing. Other than that, it's pretty tame. It's pretty tame at night because of curfew. So.
I can't hear you.
sorry, I was inverted on the button. Did we pass by the church that Fullman and I started?
That's slightly south, so you haven't come in yet. But
Or we go that long way around to get to it. So we can
okay,
stop
you could go. You also could have gone that way if you wanted to.
I am driving. Yeah.
The church is actually like you hear various chants to Shar. It seems oddly sedate for a cult, but it's
We're not a cult. We're just an organization that believes in truth after death.
okay.
So depending on where we're going, I think we'd like try to take the long way. I'd try to get myself away from the carriage, so to speak. Meet him up back at the inn or wherever we decide to meet, so I can do our own thing along those lines.
Yeah. Where do you guys want to meet? Because I think we've got a couple of different errands that we need to run.
What do you think? What do you think is easier for you guys? I believe we're still trying to advertise for one person. Do we need to worry about getting weapons, or need to have melee blacksmith or anything along those lines, as well as try to figure out what he's going to do with Rock, or she's going to do with Rock Bottom?
I've got a couple of things I need to turn in to some people that I have contracts with, and I need to go talk to Mistress Lily.
Okay.
But then we also need to go talk to. Oh wait, he's not going to recognize me.
Nope.
Pretty much no one's gonna recognize you, Miss.
Marlo, would you mind talking to Junior to see if he'd be willing to come with us to do what he wanted and actually have a chance to talk to Catherine before the wedding?
Yes, I would very much mind.
Oh.
I mean, I suppose Ezekiel could go talk to Junior,
Yeah, let's have Ezekiel.
but I gotta go talk to Bethany first. They're gonna
Okay.
want to know what happened with Diana.
So as it is right now, I believe it's evening time. So should we just go to the inn, try to get a place to rest, and then in the morning decide where we're going to go? If we need to go together, we can go together, but we can talk about it after we got a room in the inn. I just need to stop by the our little place here before I go to sleep, and then I'll be good to go for it.
Well, the inn didn't have any rooms last time we were here. All of the nobles had taken them.
Right, but we've been gone for ages, so I'm sure the room's opened up.
Okay. Well, how about we meet back at the carriage at morning?
Where do you want to put the carriage, in the central location?
Near the Copper Quarrel. We all know where that is, right?
We should. I hope we would all know.
Oh.
Everyone should have a map.
And it's, with the exception of the the sanctuary, it's the biggest building in town, so it's pretty easy to find. Okay. So what's everybody doing?
I depends what I see there. I throw a question up. He's answering.
So
I was trying not
I
to.
plan on, yeah, no worries. I plan on going into two places. I was going to go to not our church, our makeshift tent for relaxation was less. I'm trying to figure out how many books I can collect, and then I will trade them out for as many books as I need to, so I can have fresh books. Since we've been gone, it feels like forever.
Okay, you're actually, so it's actually a pretty good haul. It's a full book, but you're noticeably disappointed because you feel like it's been a lot longer than it actually has been.
Yeah. I'm never disappointed. I do the work of Shar. Anything I do is a big contribution.
Okay.
So I'll trade out one book, I guess, one for one.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
And-
I got two things.
Okay.
I'm gonna go touch base with De La Vega, who you said won't have mercantile interests in a venture to the city of Brass that we might be able to
Mhm.
facilitate. And at the same time, I'm going to telepathically ask Arazu to keep an eye on Marlowe, because it looks to me, since he says it's open, that it looks like he's sulking, that maybe he's down about something, and I'm a paranoid son of a bitch. So I'm just gonna just invisibly tag along, keep an eye on him, keep an eye out for him. However you want to go with that.
Okay.
Which was Arazu invisible by the time back invisible when you went and got
Yeah.
Marlowe? Like, has Marlowe seen Arazu?
No.
Does he know of Arazu?
No, but you keep on looking over your shoulder, and it smells like cotton candy and churros nearby.
It smells like churros. I love it.
And then for me, there's 3 places I need to stop. I need to go to the Spiced Orchid, to Gerald's, and to Nips.
Okay.
Spiced Orchid is first.
Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. So the church, or the House of Respite, or whatever Full Moon is calling it. Yeah, you switch out the books. It's you also pick up the tithe offerings of about 15 gold.
Then I'll just make my way to the church and give my offering to the clergy there,
Okay.
and that'll be it for me.
Okay. The Marlo, I forgot, what are you doing? Sorry, there's a lot to that.
Well, first he's going to go try to talk to Bethany.
Okay, so we'll go to that one. Bethany, it's pretty late at night, so Bethany has a mug of mulled wine. It's like, Marlo, you look down.
Yeah, when she opens the door, he throws his arm around her, hugs her, and then drinks her wine.
That was.
This is mine now.
I guess I can go make some more. What's wrong?
It's just been a long day. A really long day. How long ago was it that I saw you last?
Marlo, you saw me like a day and a half ago.
Yeah, it's a really long day. Diana is no longer a problem. I am sorry to tell you, though, that she has left this plane
Yes.
somewhat violently.
I had a vision of such a thing.
She was killing lots of people, though.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. She used to be a friend of mine.
Mealy, I think checked out her room a little bit more than I did. She might know a little bit more than I do. There were greater concerns that I'm sorry that I was taking care of at the time.
It's all right. Come. We'll take you to the room. It looks like you could use some rest.
What time is it?
It's after sunset, so about 8.
I would love to, and that's kind of why I came here first. Maybe like let you know I'm coming. Is it okay if I stumble in here a little bit later?
Yeah, of course. I with the nights the way they are, I can't leave the door unlocked. But she takes out. But here's my spare key. She hands it.
Oh wow, thank you.
Oh snap! They're gonna put stuff in the bathroom.
I'll be back, and then he'll take the key. And his next stop would be Nibs too. So.
Full moon, to answer your question, about 10% of the people. Okay, so we'll do Rindle at De La Vega. You actually finding De La Vega is pretty easy. You find him at the old watch captain's house, the one that died. Oh, hello. That's not De La Vega's voice.
I wouldn't remember. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Hello. What?
Good evening.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Did you find Catherine?
It was time passed a little differently where we ventured. We're still hot on the trail. We're actually about to cross the plains again for the next stop.
Again?
Yeah, like I said, a long time has passed for me. Like probably about a day for you, maybe 2 tops, maybe.
Yeah, about 2 days.
Planet mechanics, the path actually led into the abyss where she was at for quite a time. But she fled there. We're not sure on the circumstances to the city of Brass, which I don't know if you've heard of.
Eyes go wide at the mention of the city.
You have heard of. So I have secured a means of getting there. And as we are going there in this quest, I didn't know if you had any alternative mercantile interests that you might be interested in going in on.
Every merchant worth their salt has a mercantile interest to that legendary city.
Indeed, but given our relations, I've decided to give you dibs.
Such a journey would be highly rewarded. When do you plan on setting off?
Probably in the morning. My companions needed some rest. They had one other passenger that they're looking to bring along and to help securing Catherine should we find her. There is a small hiccup with Catherine given how long she may have been in the abyss. She may be older looking than she was when she left because time there, I don't even know. And I haven't been to the city of Brass personally yet to know how time will pass there. So we're trying to find her as quickly as possible. So we figured taking Junior along with us may assist in convincing her to return.
As long as she's still Catherine, she could be 80 for all I care. Or you can prove these things magically. So.
Yeah, we're hoping that holds true, but nobody wants an 80-year-old queen on her first day. So, the option is laid out there. If you would like to either come with us or send an emissary with us.
Of course, I'd like to join. How can I bring any of my bodyguards along?
See, I don't know how many seats we can fit in my.
If they bring Junior, you guys. So there's 8 possible seats without risking possession again.
Right.
Between your 6. Between your 5 plus Junior and him, you get 1, but you're supposed to be bringing Catherine back, so that would be the 8 people.
Gotcha. So I'll explain that math, but then also explain that there are seats outside of my carriage. However, I couldn't guarantee the mental well-being of anyone who passed through the plains that was not safely ensconced within.
I have a few bodyguards that's still tempting, but while I can't say I trust you, I respect your professionalism.
I'm a man of my word, and I will always prove to be.
Very well. I will join you. Just let me know when and where.
Very good. I'll call on you in the morning then.
All right. Okay, so we'll switch to the spiced orchid.
Okay. I would have asked Donlin if he wanted to go with me, because I think along the way we would have discussed with him what he was going to do when we got
He wants to go
Hope
back to the kitchen.
Copper.
Coral, so he immediately takes off.
Hi, Donlin. Okay, so I get to the spiced orchid.
Mm-hmm.
It's really warm in there, so I take off the coat and probably my cloak,
Mm-hmm.
and then I look around to try to find Mistress Lily.
She's working the hostess counter, just as always.
Hello, Mistress Lily.
Do
I'm
I know
sorry.
you?
Well, that's a long story. Hi, I'm Mist.
She's like, I know a Mist. I don't remember her looking at whatever. It's not important. What can we do for you today?
Well, I need to find somewhere where I can, and I pull the egg out, where I can properly incubate this. It's my responsibility, and well, I was wondering how things were going here.
We have an incubation chamber. It would be 2 gold a night until this thing hatches. What is it?
I don't know.
4 gold a night.
That is fair enough. I will go ahead and. Would you like it in advance or upon it hatching? Or half now, half later? I don't really know.
Do you know how long it's going to be until it hatches?
Can I do a medicine or nature check?
No, there's no
Okay.
possible way you know how long before this thing hatches.
I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take. So could I give you...
I would an advance of 50 gold, and then we will go from there.
All right, I can do that. Okay, so I give her the 50 gold. Thank you very much. Where is the incubation chamber?
Unfortunately, it's kind of like our vault. I can't take you down there. It is below the orchid. It's in our basement.
Okay. All right, please, it needs to get started, and I would love to talk to you once it's safe. About I know you have some part-time people here. I was wondering if there was...
It's a little late to be discussing such things. Perhaps tomorrow morning.
Okay. I will stop in the morning before I head out.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I will have a lovely evening.
Okay, so I guess we'll move to Nibs now. So it actually would end up being Rindle and Mist would arrive there almost the exact same time. So
Marlowe and Mist, you mean?
yeah, sorry, Marlowe and Mist would arrive there at the exact same. Basically, I'll say Marlowe. Well, actually, Mist because hers would be closer. So we'll start with Mist walking in. Hello, welcome to. That's not Nibs' voice. I can't do Nibs' voice right now. Welcome to Nibs.
Hi, Nibs. It's nice to see you again. I was able
See
to.
you again? Who?
Oh, hi, I'm Nibs.
I would think I would remember a weird snake squirrel thing at this point. Marlowe would probably be walking.
Oh, don't worry about that. So.
Oh, hello, Marlowe.
Nibs, my buddy.
How's it going? Your branding has done wonders. All the soldiers have been asking about it. It's been fantastic.
Really, he's been taken out. Like, and I'm a look at his walls.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like he's sold out of a lot of things? Like,
he's sold out of a lot of like standard weapons. Like, there's not a lot. And yeah, like just and some alchemy supplies and the like. But for the most part, like he still has stuff, but in terms of like daggers and things, he's pretty sold out. He's running really low on.
Well, that's great, Nibs. That's what we had planned, right? Like, it looks like you're selling well. I gotta say, this cloak, choice.
Oh, yes, yes. It's some of my finest work. Is there
And
something?
it looks
I
good.
have a new customer here. Can I get done with her and then we'll talk?
Nobody recognizes me, Marlowe. Anyhow, I have this.
Supposedly this is missed. It's probably missed.
Oh,
So
okay.
Probably.
I mean, it's at least partly missed.
Blink. Okay.
So I have this, which I think you are going to be very interested in. I would love to have one made, as well as maybe some silver cartridges to go with it later. But I figured that since it's fairly unique, that maybe we could do a deal for your rights to make it. And I will pull out the bullets and the Colt Army.
So he bravely looks at the Colt Army and says, "I've seen pepper boxes before," and then he notices the cartridges, and his eyes go wide.
Mhm.
What are these? And he like takes them from you and sets them on a pre-manufactured. If I made the tips a little bit, we could get extra accuracy. This is amazing.
Yeah, I kind of thought so. So what do you think?
Of course. What do you want for it? I don't have any special order you want. I don't know. It'll take me a while to duplicate it if that's what you're looking for.
I do want it duplicated, and specifically, I would love to have it silver-tipped cartridges, for reasons.
Okay.
I
don't know
do
how
have-
long it's going to be. It'll take a while to reverse engineer this process.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm sure you can come up with a reasonable amount to subsidize me for.
Marlowe, just you don't see any side of him, and if you asked about it, everyone's like, "What?"
Oh no, he hasn't.
Yeah. Okay.
He hasn't asked me.
Okay, back to Miss. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, I would love some of them, but I mean, I don't know. The guy I bought it from had originally offered, what was it, 300 crowns for your weapon, as he considered it a collector's item where he was at. Can you make me an offer?
He kind of takes out his pouch and it's like, I mean, this is all the gold I have on hand, and he drops.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be paid right now. I mean, you're going to reverse engineer it for me. We could, I don't know, do it in chunks.
I mean, I can offer you shares. Any profit I make on them, I will give you 50% of any profit I make, any future profit.
That sounds wonderful.
Okay.
And thank you very much.
He holds out a paw. Thank you. And okay. And he's like, "Marlowe, is there anything else?" He keeps on glancing back at the cartridges.
Yeah. I was just wondering if maybe you could put your brand on this, and he'll take out the Abyss, the Hard Rock Abyss coat.
Oh, okay. The leather jacket.
Yeah.
He's like, this is an interesting design. Sure. And he goes over to his forge, picks out his actual brand, and goes right into the back.
Cool. which the Hard Rock, like the big Hard Rock patch on the back of the, does it have the same like enchantment on it? Does it say Hard Rock Abyss in any language people speak?
Yeah.
Cool.
Street cred. Yeah.
That's all. I just wanted to be able to wear it, and I wanted to make sure your patch was on there if I did. Gotta hold up to my deal.
Mhm.
Cool.
Okay. Patch. Is there anybody else have anything to do this night? Full moon.
Yeah, so I was just gonna make sure that Mealy she was gonna do whatever she needed to do with Rock Bottom, so we don't forget about that.
Mhm.
And the other thing I was gonna do is head back to the church, make sure I pay whoever needs to get pay, and then head to the carriage to do my ritual on the book.
Okay. So Mealy actually spends the night in the forge, and she's making. It looks like she's making some type of container for the crystal. Um, the crystal is about this big, but she puts it like in a setting so that it hangs from like a pendant. So that it can be like somebody can hold it.
And the color of the crystal is red.
It seems to shift. It's purples, greens, sometimes it's blues. And, it's almost like a mood ring, but not. It doesn't respond to heat like that.
Is it kind of like that big stone that we saw on top of the roof,
Uh-huh.
or is it something like that? Okay.
But not nearly as dark. And in fact, when it's not swirling around, you can tell that if there wasn't something inside of it, it'd be crystal clear.
Interesting.
And then what else were you doing?
Well, I was saying. Go ahead.
Sorry. I thought he was asking everyone. No, please go on. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, I was going to go back to our makeshift church area, our place of rest.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I would issue out the money that they've been having a chance to collect, and make sure everyone gets paid while we're gone, for we know how long we're going to be gone for. So everyone's happy; they're still doing their job. We still get our signatures. Money still comes in. Everything else gets supported. And then, like I said, working our way around before, like I did with the community, making sure everyone's still happy with the soldiers and trying to make any improvements that I can. Blah 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 blah. Making sure everyone's happy on this end. Then I was going to make my way back to the carriage and then do my ritual on the one book that I have.
Okay. As you do your ritual, you actually get a voice in your head you recognize as your chosen deity. Full moon. I see
My
you've
lord.
accomplished the task I put for you, put towards you finally. And I'm glad to see you didn't die doing so, although it's a little weaker than I remember that chain being. As you see that, as she talks to you, that the chain of hope, or what's left of it, starts darkening and then disappearing around your arm.
Well, you ask and I shall obey. I apologize. It's been weakened. Apparently, the person that was holding it gave birth to a pig, Crystal, and some other things. So I'm sure that's where some of the power went.
You lead interesting lives.
We try. In your image, of course. Is there anything else that I can do for you while I'm in existence?
Just continue on spreading the word of High Dominion. There has been a few incidents with your books, unfortunately. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but Zook Tamoy seems to be piggybacking on your efforts.
Well, I'm not sure what you mean.
A few of the cultists that you had converted to my service only a few hours ago, somehow their voices are muddled. Their souls seem to be split between my service and that of the Demon Queen of Fungus.
Interesting. So I was only aware of one book getting corrupted, not all my books. I believe our cleric was nice enough to purge me.
The books seem to have been purged, but I believe it had something to do with the coins you gave them.
The coins? I'm not sure of me sending any coins to you, but sometimes, I'm a little zealous sometimes, and I lose my train of thought. So maybe you can refresh my memory, and I might be able to help you out a little bit more.
The cultists were given coins infected with Zootomoid spores.
How was that possible if I was cleansed and everything, those lines cleansed, and also went to spores and traveled the rest of my life? Say it. I didn't, but
Yeah, I don't think that we cleansed your coin pouches.
Okay, awesome. It's good to know then. That's another fun part I'm gonna do later.
I don't think any of us even thought about it. We were concentrating on your pack, but
No, it's fine. It's actually might be better that way. So then I try to go through and try to do my best to be able to say, okay, so I have this along those lines. If it offends you, but it also might be able to help us reach other places this way. If you'd like, I can discard all of my coin. And
No. Now that we are aware of the problem, it's a simple enough endeavor, especially on the material plane. I would just ask that you set your coin pouches out in direct sunlight for a few hours, and that should rid anything of those vile spores.
Would you mind if I spread it other places? Say put it on a boat so they can go to different ports and then spread that way?
I have no problem with you spreading, as long as they aren't infecting my cultists. I don't care what Zootomoy gets up to.
Okay.
Or my followers. You wouldn't say cultists. As long as you were not infecting my followers. She can play her games. We both know who the true goddess is.
Okay. So then I would, do my bit of make sure there's anything else that I need to do along those lines. And then I would go ship to ship that I could find and then try to trade them, make change so I can transfer things to those lines, or get, smaller things, or make bills in those lines so I'm actually transferring coin to making sure on the ship. And then I'll just flick a coin, say for luck on your next voyage, those lines to spread it on making sure all the different boats have a coin of some sort.
I thank you for your efforts. I will provide you with a single boon for providing me the chain, even if it is slightly less useful to me than I originally hoped. And Full Moon, you now have the boon of dimensional travel.
Okay.
Basically, you can use the Misty Step once per short rest without using this. You can Misty Step with once per short rest without using a spell slot. And it also does not count as your spell for that round, for that turn either.
Is it per short rest, you said?
Yeah, once per short rest.
it's pretty good.
Okay.
So now we go to the bubble, I can help.
And now, Becca, what are you up to?
I have to stop by and see Geralt.
Geralt's studied at the thing. Oh, no, Geralt is closed. It's too late at night.
Okay, in that case, I would go back to the carriage and wake up early to when he normally opens up and see him before everyone else would get up.
Okay.
So in the morning, I would
Where's
go see
everybody
him.
sleeping for the night?
Carriage.
Carriage.
With Bethany.
Okay.
My man.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So um, morning comes.
Terry's got something.
Well, I was just gonna ask. Amelie would possibly have a place, since she's somewhat of a resident
Yeah,
of this.
she's at the forge. She's working all night at the forge.
She's gonna work all night in the forge.
Yeah. She seems to be enraptured with something right now.
Okay, well, so if this is the case, then within 4 hours of me being able to get my rest on those lines, if I don't notice Amelia's there, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cast sleep on her and drag her back to the carriage, because if anything, she needs to rest.
Okay.
If this is work that she needs to do, I will instruct whoever else she has working for her to make something and tell them to be very careful.
Okay.
But I would let somebody know that I'm going to go get Mealy, and hopefully might be able to get help to drag her back, literally, if we need to.
I would assist in that.
Okay. So you guys are just going through town carrying an unconscious cleric. Okay.
Yep. Or we bring the carriage to her, and then we load her in the carriage and go back to where we were.
Okay.
It's along the lines we're letting people know
Probably
ahead
a
of
better
time.
plan.
They know how Mealy gets when Mealy gets involved. We need Mealy, and her rest is more important than what she's working on. We'll come back to it when we need to, but her safety is more important. That's the only reason why I put her to sleep. Then I'll go back to sleep to get my spells back.
Okay. Okay. So morning comes. Mealy's a little upset, but she also is somewhat grateful that she got some sleep.
Mhm.
See?
So, like I said, I would have woken up early to go see Geralt.
Yeah, tough love sometimes. Tough
Gerald-
love.
Gerald, not Geralt.
Gerald. Sorry, not Geralt. Gerald.
Oh.
Gerald.
Gerald.
Not Geralt. Gerald.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Gerald. Oh, I am so not going to get used to that. Hi, I missed.
No, you're not.
Is there anyone else in here?
No, there's no one else this morning. No, you're not missed.
I beg to differ, but I've got the delivery for you. And I walk up and I pull out the flowers that I need to deliver. It's a long
Who
story.
are you?
I am Mist.
No, you are not.
I am. I really am. I need
Make
to
a
deliver-
persuasion check.
I am not good at persuasion. Oh, natural 20. So 21.
Okay. Okay.
I am imagining that she brings up their
He still doesn't believe
previous-
that you're missed, but he takes the flowers. Well, wherever Mist is, tell her thank you.
You are welcome. I also have for you, if you are interested, because you had mentioned keeping an eye out for some things. Yes. Pull out the Oni horn. That's actually probably like that big. The Oni horn from the Abyss. And the full plate, the +1 full plate.
Okay, he takes the +1 full plate without any problem, and he offers you. Jeez. Actually, he doesn't take the +1 full plate. He looks at the +1 full plate and says, I don't have the gold on hand to traffic this.
That's okay. I know that you had, at least before, a special bag that had like extra room inside.
Oh, of course. And he puts the haversack down.
So I'm interested in doing some sort of, negotiation for the haversaki versus the full plate. It should help balance each other out a little bit.
That seems like a fair trade to me. He grabs
It-
the full plate.
I am not talking about straight across. I know very well you had enough money for the haversack. I think the full plate's actually worth a little more than that.
It's really hard to unload such an item. Do you know how much this is worth? It's going to take months for me to find a buyer for this. Well, this I can unload within 2 weeks.
Are you with the army here? You should be able to offload this armor really quick.
The army is a huge problem. Any one of them could report me back to the Inquisition. And I still don't know who you are.
How about 75 gold plus the haversack.
Okay, that's fair. 75 gold.
All right, and let's talk about the Oni horn.
I have no use for that thing.
Oh, very well. I'll put it away. Well, Gerald, it was lovely doing business with you again.
It was lovely doing business with you for the first time, whoever you are.
I will see you next time I'm in town. I just walked off.
Bye, weird squirrel lady.
And then I'll stop in to see Mistress Lily before heading back to the carriage. And hopefully...
Okay. Marlo, you coming here, or you're going to Gerald?
Eventually, but on the way out.
Okay.
So I would stop in to finish my conversation with
Oh,
Mistress
hello.
Lily. Hello. It's nice to see you again.
She looks really tired, but
I'm sorry. Would you like to sit down and discuss this over some coffee or tea?
We have quite a few freelancers right now. Would you? I don't know if we need any more at the moment. But if you want to work here part time, you set your own rates. We take 5% of all traffic, and it's 2 gold a night for a room.
Not 2 silver, 2 gold.
Oh, sorry, 5 silver.
5 silver a night. Okay. That sounds very reasonable. I do have an errand I have to run before I can come back to assist you. Do you have rooms available now, or?
We do. We have one. It's not the most comfortable. I could probably give you a discount for that one. That one's going to be about 3
Okay.
silver. But
Okay. Well, like I said, I do have an errand, but when I come back, I will probably rent the room and assist you. That way, I can keep updates on the egg.
okay, sounds wonderful.
All right. So finish my tea or coffee with her and chat about just general things.
Okay.
Because, I mean, if it's first thing in the morning, she's probably just getting started.
Okay.
And then I would say my goodbyes and head back to the carriage.
Okay. And about when you get back to the carriage, De La Vega is. He has his cloak on. He's kind of trying to not be conspicuous. Oh, hello. What the hell are you?
What do you mean, what the hell am I?
I try to make a note of all the comings and goings. I've never seen a creature such as you. Whatever. And then he kind of stares at him like, wait, mist?
She actually has a big, the creepy grin. She's so happy that someone recognized her that her grin actually comes almost all the way back and her jaw slightly
Oh God, that's weird. Like, you've never actually seen De La Vega lose composure before. As soon as
she actually gives him a big old hug. It's like, yes, someone recognizes me. And then let's go.
Woman!
And
you guys go.
let's go.
Yeah.
And holds him at arm's length. It's so nice to see you this morning. Come on! And runs to the carriage with like a burst of energy.
Okay. Marlo, you going to the carriage then?
No. Marlo is going to put on his Ezekiel costume and go to the Copper Coral.
Okay. I'm assuming you're going to go talk to Junior, who is actually, it looks like he would tied one off that night pretty heavily. He didn't go back to his room. He's just like passed out on his table.
Okay. I will order a couple of Bloody Marys,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll walk over to him and I'll pull the seat. I'll pull the chair out next to him and spin it around so I'm sitting on it like backwards, and then my boy, perk up. We've got good news for you.
Who are you?
Ezekiel, we met. Well, I mean, you met me. I
Ezekiel,
danced a little bit, pissed off your dad.
Oh, okay, I remember now. You're that actor. Okay. What?
Got a little bit of a hair of the dog.
Oh, thank you. And he just downs the Bloody Mary. Starts coughing a bit. He probably put a little too much chili powder in there, so it's a little spicy in his mouth. Oh.
Can we get some coffee over here too?
They're actually already coming out with it. Too. What's going on?
So here's the thing. I got some friends. They got a lead on your fiance. We need your help.
Okay.
You gotta run to her, my boy. Show her your worth. Look, I know, I don't expect you to trust me. So here. Give this to your dad, and he'll hand him the letter that he had folded up with the weighted coin inside of it. And see what he says. I'll be at that fancy, ostentatious carriage out front.
He looks at the carriage. He looks at the letter.
I'll meet you in like an hour.
Okay.
Seriously, just give it to your dad. He'll tell you.
Okay. So as soon as you leave, he actually opens the letter. What does the letter say?
Oh, it says we've got a lead on Catherine.
Uh-huh.
We're off to the city of Brass.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Junior likes mature women. We need his help.
Okay.
And then the coin is actually a crown.
Okay. So Junior actually recognizes all.
And then it's signed MM.
Okay. So he recognizes all these things and actually runs out towards you. Wait. I'll go. Just he kind of speaks to the coach. How rough of a ride is it gonna be?
Depends if we make you right on the back.
Okay, he runs back in and grabs basically a paper bag. Crawls into the coach.
So
did you give that letter to your pop? Or is he
Uh,
carrying the letter?
He's carrying the letter. He's not even hiding the bag. He's carrying it.
I need that back. It really needs to get to your dad. It's important.
Okay. He
But
gives
thank you.
yeah, I was just gonna make sure somebody knows that we're taking him willingly, not like we did with Mealy, because Mealy's totally different comparison to him. Especially when we come back and they're trying to figure out why he's gone, what happened to him.
Oh, he told the bartender on his way out.
What? The bartender's the bartender. The people that care about him aren't the bartender. So I want to make sure before we leave that they know he's okay.
Okay.
And the only other thing,
Fine. And he actually grabs the letter back from you, Marlo, runs up and tells his dad that he has something to take care of. Okay.
okay. So the only thing that I want to do before we leave and make sure those lines is I'd either like to get another book if I can. All those lines, it's not a real big deal if I can or not.
Yeah.
Okay. So then the other thing was to go by the where the Captain Guard's place used to be, because I believe that's where the map spot's at, and I want to get at least maybe 5 or 6 sheets of paper, just so that when we go wherever we're going to go, we can make new maps.
Okay. Yeah. You get like full rolls of like linen, so that it's easy enough to make a good quality map. And then anything else anyone wants to do in town before Rindle sends you guys to the city of Brass.
Well, I gotta go to the general store.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to get the brush.
Oh, okay.
Remembering this in the morning, Mist would run back to Gerald.
Okay. Who goes there first? Mr. Marlowe.
Well, Marlowe's plan is to go right before they leave.
Okay, so Mist.
Yeah.
He sells you a brush for like, it's a really ornate brush for like 2 gold.
Yep. Awesome.
It's the only one he's got.
Thank you very much.
Like he has deck brushes for like really, really cheap, but he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything like hair brushes. It's not really usually a concern around here.
Nope. I need a hairbrush because my old one that used to work for my fur is causing my hair to actually frizz out.
Yeah. Okay. Marlowe, you come in. Oh, hello, Marlowe.
Well, he's dressed still as Ezekiel.
Oh yeah.
Does he still say that?
No, he says, "Hello, Ezekiel. What do you want?"
Hey. Well, I just need, trail rations.
Oh, of course. Hey, did something
Buys
happen
out
to
the
Mist?
store.
He kind of like, what?
He buys out the store.
Okay.
It's not happening. It happened again.
Buys all the rations from the store again. Okay, so you get like a month's worth of rations. But as soon as he kind of like, which probably is, I'll say like 20 gold this time. He kind of leans over to you. Did something happen to Mist? There's some weird woman claiming to be Mist right around.
Oh, she was in here.
Yeah.
Wait, so you know it's me? Damn it! Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's Mist, kind of.
That's really.
She hatched. It's a
Foxy
beautiful
don't hatch.
transmorphigation. She's like a butterfly, but scaly.
But
and
she doesn't have
gross.
wings.
I know. Wings would be much more useful than that.
Yeah. It's you adventurers, you guys lead interesting lives, it seems.
Oh well.
But that is Mist. It's not like
I mean, she says she's Mist. Mist was here, and then that was there. I mean, like, it makes as much sense as anything else that's happened to me over the last week.
Okay. Why do you keep on buying why do you keep on buying me out of rations?
Well, this is the first time I've bought you out.
Or,
Well, look, it's like sometimes where we're going, we get hungry, and the food's weird, and I don't want to eat people.
Good reason.
You wouldn't want to eat people either, I hope.
no, I don't.
You don't look like the people
I-
diet.
I'm really confused. Here's your food.
You still got that bag?
No, I gave it to the weird squirrel tiefling.
Oh, wow. She coughed up the 200 gold. Impressive.
Mm. Kind of.
Well, thank you. And yeah, that's all he needed.
Okay.
He just comes in with like bags of jerky.
Okay. It's actually kind of awkward getting it in.
And it isn't just like things that are officially trail rations he buys. He buys like anything he thinks that will last.
Okay, so you
So
guys
any,
get,
like,
now,
fruits and-
so not only do you have trail rations, you also have oh, I just blanked on them. The sailor cracker things, the horrible.
Saltines?
No. Becca knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, they're
Hardtack.
basically
A bunch of
yeah.
hardtack.
hardtack.
So, which is like, it's just a big lump of flour, like baked flour. They're
Mhm.
horrible. So yeah, you have a big bag of that. And Full Moon.
Yeah, so basically when Mist leaves and if we have a little bit of gap of time, try to talk to Mealy and say, before we leave, can we verify somehow that this was Mist? we know she went in there. Marlo can vouch for that. But did she really come out? I know she is who she is, but I want to verify that before we take her someplace and have her turn on.
I kind of like this mist.
I don't really have that spell.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure because if we need extra room, we can always make room later.
Mealy looks at you suspiciously, and
What? I like to stretch out my legs. I'm sorry.
I will make sure I have that. I prepare the correct incantations.
Okay. Because I just want what's best for the group and what's best for Mist. I'm sure she'd appreciate that, and she would do the same thing if she was in my shoes.
I'm sure. So Marlo comes back, tries to lug this bag of stuff. We have one spare spot, so like that is being taken up by this bag of hardtack and jerky, essentially.
Yep.
We
Mist will help him get
Straight
it.
that up top, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the jerky getting possessed.
That'd be weird. I don't want the jerky to talk to me.
So when Mist sees Marlo coming up with all of his rations, she'll run out and help him, and then whisper to him with the really creepy grin on her face again. The one who's like, "Della Vega recognized me," as she picks up a couple of the bags and helps you.
By the
Lug
way,
them
to
back
Marlo, like she has like almost like a snake's jaw. So when she smiles, you can now see just how wide her mouth goes. It is creepy as shit.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of shifts the bag so that it's like between their faces. Oh, that's nice. I mean, Della Vega is a smart guy.
So you guys all load up, and Rindle, you playing a fire.
Yes, off to the city of Brass.
So again, the horses start accelerating. It looks like you're about to hit the gate, like going 88 miles an hour, basically, and then
Trails of
Did we
fire.
do that in town?
yeah, you did that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You're not thinking fourth dimensionally, okay? The building's not going to be there when we get there.
Okay, so and immediately, well, it should be hot, but you get the sense the coach is protecting you. I'm assuming Marlo and Rindle, you guys are still on the outside. You're the ones in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I'm
guess-
driving,
Someone
so.
else wanted to be up there.
Okay.
Well, we have an extra seat in the carriage, right?
Yeah.
Marlo will ride in the carriage this time.
Okay.
Okay, Mist is willing to ride up by Rindle.
So, Rindle and Mist, you come across as you appear. It's a barren desert. You see juts of mesas, but the ground seems to radiate heat. You would think it would be hot, but you think the coach is kind of protecting you from how horribly. Just the horrible heat. You can see the heat waves in the distance. But standing right before you is a brass wall with a big iron gate. You can see towers of impossible architecture jutting up all around you. You're at the gates of the city of Brass, and that's where we will stop today.
Woohoo!
Awesome!
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, I will probably not be playing next week, just to let you know.
Okay.
That's not cool. Not cool, man.
I got a charity thing that I probably should be.
Well, I mean, your soul is up for barter in the city of Brass, just like
That's
everything
true.
else. So,
City of Brass is mostly about coin, not about souls. You deal with Ifriti there.
everything has
Just
a
be
price.
just be careful how you word things in the City of Brass.
Don't make wishes.
Yeah.
Okay.
See ya.
See you guys later. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you guys next week.